So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 86 of our Portsmouth crew mode on the PS4 FIFA 15, and we're going to be kicking off this episode with probably one of the biggest games we've had of the series so far. It is in the FA Cup semi-final up against Manchester United. It is going to be at Wembley. It's going to be our first trip to Wembley, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think we've actually been to Wembley before when we were in the Johnson Paint Trophy, but this time it is a lot more at stake. We actually rested all of our players in the previous game, so we're going to be going out with our strongest possible lineup for this one. We actually decided to put Gorka right back and move Chambers into the centre back role, and we did actually push Ayan up to the centre defensive mid role. But unfortunately, in the 25th minute, Manchester United get them noses in the front as Juan Mata hits it first time as a lovely through ball was played to him, and he slots the ball past Scuffer in the Portsmouth net and puts them 1-0 up. So Fellaini with a delightful through ball there and a lovely finish from Juan Mata, the Spaniard, to put them 1-0 up. But we do get a good chance in the 70th minute as Zivkovic is running through, has a good shot, but unfortunately for us, David De Gea matched it with a really good save. But from the resulting corner, we do actually whip the ball in the box. It was going to be Lamela to whip it in the box. David De Gea comes out, he punched it, it falls to Lucas Hernandez, he hits it on the volley, and what a fantastic finish it was from Lucas Hernandez in the 73rd minute. He manages to get ourselves back in the game, and now it was back on level terms in the 73rd minute. Our left back had done it once again. He always pops up with goals, especially from corners like that, when he has the composure to take a touch and fire it and puts us in back in the game. But in the 120th minute, just before it was going to go into penalties, we get a good chance. Zivkovic plays the ball, and an absolutely delightful block there from Marcos Rojo, and it was going to be a penalty shootout, which I believe is one of the first penalty shootouts we've had in the series so far. So up first was going to be Man United. It was going to be the Man United captain, Wayne Rooney, as he slots the ball past Scuffit and into the back of net. So Manchester United had the advantage so far. Gorka was going to step up against David De Gea, and Gorka, absolutely can't even speak properly, a lovely finish from Gorka as he puts the ball into side netting. Niang then has another good chance. He hits the underside of the crossbar, but unfortunately for us, it ended up creeping into the back of net. Lamela, thankfully for us, once again finishes off, and Lamela does not miss a penalty. It was going to be Angel Di Maria up against Scuffit, who was going to come out on top. Scuffit is very good at saving penalties, and he proves it once again with an absolutely delightful save from Scuffit as he gives us the advantage. Can Zivkovic pounce on the opportunities, put us up? Of course he can't. David De Gea goes the right way and saves Zivkovic. So we're now back on level terms. It's going to be Juan Mata up against Scuffit. Scuffit had it all to do again, and of course Scuffit does go the right way, but Juan Mata hits the underside of crossbar. So this time Chambers, our centre back, has a chance, and Chambers doesn't miss. So we now have the advantage. It was going to be Marcos Rojo up against Scuffit. If Scuffit saved it and we scored the next penalty, we would be through. Rojo steps up and he puts it straight down the middle and into the back of the net. Vitinha had to score this penalty to keep the pressure on the Manchester United players, and he tries a chip and it went awfully wrong. David De Gea stayed down the middle, and it made Vitinha look like a complete idiot. But it was going to be Marouane Fellaini, and Marouane Fellaini hits the post, and all we had to do now was score this penalty. It was going to be Kingsley Coman up against David De Gea to put us into the FA Cup final, and Kingsley Coman does it. Even though De Gea went the right way, Kingsley Coman found the back of the net, and he wins us the game. So we end up winning the semi-final at Wembley Stadium, and we are now in the final of the FA Cup, and it is going to be an absolute great achievement if we can manage to get ourselves into and actually win the FA Cup. I would absolutely love it if we could go ahead and win the FA Cup, which will be a live Q&A, so make sure you guys don't miss that episode, which will be if this one's episode number 86, 87, it'll be number 88, so make sure you check out episode number 88 of our Portsmouth crew mode, which I'm sure you guys will. It will be a live Q&A, so I'll be answering all the questions that you guys have left in the previous videos, and I'm really looking forward to doing that video for you guys, and I'm really hoping you guys are going to enjoy it. But we do have a game up against Stoke, and unfortunately for us, they do actually get the lead in the 30th minute. The ball gets played into the middle of the box. It was missed by everyone, and Arnautovic at the back stick was all on his own as he managed to get enough power on the header to beat Scuffit and put them 1-0 up. So I think we were still celebrating from us managing to get us into the FA Cup final, but it was pretty poor defending from us, but we had it all to do, and we're really hoping that we could try and get us at least a draw out of this game, which would be a good achievement, especially from being 1-0 down. Scuffet tries his very best to keep that one out of the back of the net, but unfortunately he couldn't. But we do get a good chance in the 42nd minute as Kingsley Coman picks up the ball. He plays the ball to Divock Origi, and a fantastic strike from him, but unfortunately hits the underside of the crossbar, and the ball then gets cleared out wide. But Mandron tries a shot, it does get blocked by Wilson, and they do then manage to try and clear the ball out wide, but a poor mistake from him. He gives the ball back to Mandron. Mandron whips the ball in the box. It comes to Sammy Amiobi, and every single time Sammy Amiobi plays, he always scores, and I don't know how he does it, but every time he plays, he scores a goal. And to be honest, I keep trying to get rid of him in the transfer windows, but still, he's proved me wrong every single game he plays. I don't play him very often, but still, when he does play, he steps up to the mark and always scores or puts in a good performance, which, to be honest, I really cannot get rid of a player that's performing that well, but he's still not good enough to push his way into the starting lineup. But they do get a good chance in the pretty much dying stage of the game, and they get given a penalty. So Scuffet was the hero in the previous game up against Manchester United. Can he become the hero? Of course he can. Once again, pulling off a fantastic save from the penalty, and that was how the game actually finished. So Simone Scuffet is proving to be an absolute world-class goalkeeper. But unfortunately for us, we do actually get an email from Lucas Hernandez, who says that even though he doesn't want to leave the club, he's starting to feel homesick. He's not 100% certain whether he wants to leave. He's not sure whether he wants to stay, but he says he'll let us know in the up-and-coming days or before the end of the season. So maybe we'll have to sell him on. But I'm sure you guys know we do have Lucas Digne, the PSG left back, coming into the club after we signed him on a pre-contract deal. But the last game of this episode was going to be away to Astra, home to Astra, and the first chance game does actually fall to us. Lamela whips the ball over the wall, and unfortunately for us, he can only hit the upper side of the crossbar. But they do get good chances. Edin Dzeko comes through, but he actually hits the post, and we do then manage to get the ball clear. So they're actually playing very well in this game, but I don't know why Smith, who is like a regen player, I'm not really sure who he is, but he is actually a centre-back. He's a really small centre-back, and he found himself the furthest player up the field. Dzeko plays the ball through to him, and what a fantastic finish it was from the centre-back as he slots the ball past Simone Scuffet. We do get a good chance with Goretzka, but unfortunately for us, he puts the ball over the top of the crossbar and out wide for a goal kick. And that's actually how the game finished. So we ended up losing the last game of this episode, but we are in the FA Cup final. So make sure you come back for the next episode of the Portsmouth Career, which will be a short episode because we only have 2 games before the FA Cup final, and then we have a league game after that. So I'm still wondering whether to do a live Q&A for the... Well, we're going to be doing a live Q&A for the final, but also we have the whole game after that. So do I sim it? Do I play it? Well, I'm going to play it because obviously we have a chance of winning the Barclays Premier League. So I'm going to play it, but whether I do a live Q&A or live highlights, you just have to wait and see. But make sure you tune in for that episode, and I really do hope you enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it's going to be very much appreciated, and I really do hope to see you next time, very soon, for the next episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode. Thank you, bye-bye.